hate you, Hogan. I hate you because I created you and you turned your back on me. You walked out on me, Hogan. I hate you because you left me. You went down south and joined up with Ted Turner and you competed against me.
When he disrespected me and my family through the media waves. Yeah. He's a wuss. You see what I'm saying?
You know, Roman Reigns continuing to make history with this with this incredible run that he's been on. What do you make of what Roman has done the last few years, Hulk, as somebody who dominated for so many years yourself?
Well, the first time I met Roman, I was in San Francisco after the Cow Palace, and I went to the Alpha and Seek of the Samoans, the cousin's house for a barbecue. Yeah. Little did I know that everybody's kind of related there, and there were about 45 or 50 people at the barbecue. And I think I woke up when the sun came up, sleeping in the front yard with about 20 different guys laying out there. But at that barbecue, I held Roman Reigns and took a picture with him when he was like 2 years old. And that picture circulated around of me and him holding him. Right. He's kept the art form alive. I mean, he has stepped up and got away from this kind of like choreographed looking, jumping, and two guys doing the same thing and diving to it. Roman Reigns took it back to where it should be. Big man, big moves.
There's no other way you can say it, you know. He's a piece of shit.
Do you have any personal preference who ethnically your daughter dates?
No, I don't. Actually, the guy my daughter was dating, I liked him a lot. I've known him for quite a while. And I was very mad at a personal situation that happened with my daughter.
Are you a racist?
No, I'm not. I'm not a racist. I never should have said what I said. It was wrong. I'm embarrassed by it. But a lot of people need to realize that you inherit things from your environment. And where I grew up was South Tampa, Port Tampa, and it was a really rough neighborhood, very low income. And all my friends, we greeted each other saying that word.
I waited and I got up on a chair and I told everybody, now is our time to unionize. I said, all the publicity's gone out on WrestleMania. I said, if we refuse to wrestle, unless union negotiators are brought in, it's federal law. They have to be brought in. It's the law. My attorney said, well, then how did you know? With no hesitation. Vince answered, Hulk Hogan told me. Now he's under sworn deposition here. He's under sworn deposition to tell the truth. Yeah. There was no hesitation. Hulk Hogan told me.
I mean, there's a reason why he got booed in California. You know, I mean, all this stuff that came out with him, you know, racist comments. Now, you would never found that out if it wasn't recorded behind, you know, closed doors. That was a real thing back then, the older guys keeping the younger guys down, you know? And like, when I said that I got beat my first, you know, match after turning heel, the call was made by Hulk Hogan to have me get beat. So, and the only reason I knew that because I knew somebody that was in the vicinity of talking to me.
Here's the situation with me and Hulk Hogan. It's just, we've been acquaintances at best. Never been best friends, never been friends. Just a business type thing on the television. Everybody knows it's sports entertainment, entertaining the wrestling fans. But sometimes what goes on behind the scenes is stronger than the soap opera on the video scope. And that's what happened with me and Hulk Hogan. His real name is Terry Bollea. My real name is Randy Poffo. And he disrespected me and my family through the media waves, you know? Yeah. Instead of you having a problem with me, you call me to the side, man to man, we talk about it, we agree to disagree, we have a fight, we have an adult beverage, whatever. Right. Man to man. That's how men do. Mano y mano, okay. That's not the way he does it. Yeah. He's a wuss. You see what I'm saying? So I challenged him 2 years ago to all the money, all the proceeds, all the pay-per-view revenue, all the merchandising. You know what I'm talking about, Gorgeous George? Right, everything going to the charity, the Children's Hospital. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with the Children's Hospital? And he didn't show. He didn't show? No. So I don't know what he's got against kids in the Children's Hospital.
I don't hate Hulkamania. I don't even hate the Hulkamaniacs. No, I don't. But just for the record, Hogan, I hate you. And I'll tell you why I hate you, Hogan. I hate you because I created you and you turned your back on me. You walked out on me, Hogan. I hate you because you left me. You went down south and joined up with Ted Turner and you competed against me. I hate you because you tried to put me out of business and you know damn well you did. And something else I hate you for, and this is more personal than anything. Something else I hate you for, Hogan, is this. You testified against me for the federal government in the trial of my life, and you know damn well you did.
When you talk about screwing people, if you were in prison, the word screw would have a whole new meaning.
You son of a...
He's a piece of shit. Those aren't my words. That's what wrestling legends have been saying about Hulk Hogan for decades. But now, Roman Reigns has stepped forward and revealed why that hatred runs deeper than anyone imagined. From backstage betrayals to racist rants that destroyed careers, the reasons they'll never forgive Hogan are absolutely shocking. I've got the complete story that WWE tried to bury. For years, we've watched wrestling's biggest names, Jesse Ventura, Randy Savage, Bret Hart, CM Punk, all express the same sentiment about Hulk Hogan. They despise him. But why? What could America's supposed hero have done to earn such universal hatred from his peers? Today, I'm breaking down the systematic campaign of manipulation, racism, and betrayal that turned wrestling's golden boy into its most hated figure. And Roman Reigns, as the face of modern WWE, represents everything Hogan's toxic legacy tried to destroy. Here's where Hogan's carefully constructed image shattered like glass hitting concrete. In 2015, leaked audio from a 2007 sex tape revealed Hogan's true thoughts about race, and it wasn't just disappointing, it was devastating. The audio captured Hogan using racial slurs, including repeated use of the N-word, while discussing his daughter Brooke's dating life. But here's what makes this even more sinister: this wasn't a slip of the tongue. This was a window into the soul of a man who built his career on being America's hero while harboring deeply racist views. When confronted, Hogan's response revealed just how disconnected from reality he truly was. "I'm not a racist. I never should have said what I said. But a lot of people need to realize that you inherit things from your environment." Stop right there. Let that sink in. The man who represented everything good about America was blaming his racism on his neighborhood. WWE's response was swift. They terminated his contract and temporarily removed him from the Hall of Fame. But the damage went far deeper than corporate punishment. And this racist revelation? It was just the beginning of a pattern that would expose decades of toxic behavior. But before we get to the systematic career destruction, let me show you how this connects to Roman Reigns. Picture this scene: you're in a locker room filled with wrestlers destroying their bodies night after night. No healthcare, no retirement benefits, no job security. Jesse Ventura stands up and delivers an impassioned speech about forming a union to protect everyone. What happened next haunts the wrestling industry to this day. It was revealed during a 1991 trial that Hulk Hogan, the supposed champion of the working man, told Vince McMahon about Jesse Ventura's unionization efforts, killing the initiative before it could succeed. Ventura himself revealed this devastating betrayal. "My attorney said, 'Well, then how did you know?' With no hesitation, Vince answered, 'Hulk Hogan told me.'" Think about this for a moment. Wrestlers today still suffer from the lack of basic protections that could have been implemented decades ago if Hogan hadn't sabotaged those efforts. Every wrestler who's gone bankrupt from medical bills, every performer whose work injured without insurance, Hogan played a role in that suffering. But the union betrayal was just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Scott Steiner experienced Hogan's political machinations firsthand. The call was made by Hulk Hogan to have me get beat. The only reason I knew that because I knew somebody that was in the vicinity of talking to him. This reveals how Hogan didn't just protect his position, he actively destroyed others to maintain it. But his manipulation tactics went even deeper when it came to his supposed best friends. Randy Savage was supposed to be Hogan's best friend during their Mega Powers partnership. But behind the scenes, their relationship was a powder keg of jealousy and manipulation. Savage himself pulled back the curtain. "We've been acquaintances at best. Never been best friends. Never been friends. Just a business type thing on television." But here's where it gets truly heartbreaking. Savage revealed Hogan's cowardly approach to conflict. He disrespected me and my family through the media waves. Instead of having a problem with me, you call me to the side, man to man. We talk about it. That's how men do. But that's not the way he does it. He's a wuss. Savage was so confident in exposing Hogan that he challenged him to a charity match, all proceeds going to children's hospitals. Hogan's response? Complete silence. He didn't show. So I don't know what he's got against kids in a children's hospital. But the betrayals weren't limited to personal relationships. Hogan's entire career was built on a foundation of lies. He claimed Metallica offered him a bassist position. Lars Ulrich and James Hetfield called him a liar. He said he missed the George Foreman grill endorsement. George Foreman confirmed Hogan was never considered. He falsely claimed The Undertaker injured him with a tombstone piledriver. Video evidence proved otherwise. These weren't innocent exaggerations. They were strategic lies designed to either elevate himself or tear down others. And even Vince McMahon, the man who made him a star, eventually couldn't stand what Hogan had become. The 2003 confrontation between McMahon and Hogan on SmackDown revealed years of pent-up frustration. This wasn't just scripted drama, this was real emotion bleeding through. I hate you, Hogan. I hate you because I created you and you turned your back on me. You walked out on me and joined up with Ted Turner and competed against me. But McMahon's most devastating charge came next. You testified against me for the federal government in the trial of my life. Even Jake the Snake Roberts experienced Hogan's political protection firsthand. When fans started chanting DDT over Hogan's name, Roberts revealed what happened. Vince looked at me and he goes, "It ain't happening." They had billions of dollars invested in Hogan's marketing plan and 35 cents in mine. This perfectly captures how Hogan's political protection extended beyond backstage manipulation. It affected the very creative direction of the company. When Roman Reigns stands in that ring today as the tribal chief, he's not just carrying championship gold, he's carrying the weight of an industry healing from decades of Hogan's toxic influence. As a member of the legendary Anoa'i wrestling family with deep Samoan roots, Reigns represents the multicultural future of wrestling that people like Hogan seemingly couldn't accept. Every time Reigns main events a show, every time he acknowledges his tribal combat, every time he holds those championship belts high, he's representing everything Hogan's racist worldview opposed. The contrast couldn't be starker. Where Hogan built his career on manipulation, Reigns built his on legitimate accomplishment. Where Hogan drove wedges between wrestlers, Reigns elevates others and creates new stars. Where Hogan's personal life was marked by scandal, Reigns maintains professionalism and family values. Roman Reigns doesn't need to explicitly reveal why wrestlers hate Hulk Hogan. His very existence at the top serves as a living repudiation of everything Hogan represented. The voices that were silenced in Hogan's heyday, the Jesse Venturas, the Randy Savages, the Scott Steiners, have finally been heard. Their stories have been told, their grievances acknowledged, and their warnings about Hogan's character have been vindicated. We've uncovered the systematic racism, union busting, friendship betrayals, web of lies, and political manipulation that made Hulk Hogan wrestling's most hated figure. These weren't isolated incidents, they were a pattern of behavior spanning decades. As we look toward wrestling's future with stars like Roman Reigns leading the way, we can take comfort knowing the industry has learned from its past mistakes. The culture of silence that protected Hogan has been broken. The systematic discrimination and manipulation he represented has been exposed and rejected. Wrestling has moved beyond the Hulk Hogan era, and it's better for it. What shocked you most about Hogan's behind-the-scenes behavior? Drop a comment below with the revelation that surprised you the most. And if you want to see how Roman Reigns is building a completely different legacy, check out my video on his historic championship reign. It's the perfect contrast to everything we just discussed. If this deep dive into wrestling's dark secrets opened your eyes, Make sure you're subscribed because in the next video I'm revealing the shocking truth about why Vince McMahon really sold WWE. Trust me, you won't want to miss that story.